All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. All right, we're the brothers at a great millstone in Atlanta. We want to give all praises. We gave all praises. We want to give double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all the Akim that pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right. Now this is a quick lesson. All right, and it's mainly an exhortation lesson. All right, and you've made it this far. Don't turn back now. All right, 2019. All right, today's the first day, January 1st, 2019. All right, the year of the Charagma. Right, we've made it to the year of the Charagma. This is not the time to turn back. All right, this is not the time to get weak. This is not the time to get in your feelings. Okay, this is the time to really hold on and go into maximum overdrive. Okay, this is not the time for you to turn your back on this truth, man. And we've gone a long way, man. Go back, you brothers that's putting in the work, go back and look at your works. Go back and look at your pages. See how many videos you put up. Reflect on all the works that you've done up until this point, and let that motivate you to keep going. Because hey, if you stop doing these works, then everything you did to make it to this point is null and void. It's done. It doesn't count for anything. Cotton, bring out what you got.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, "In that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe."
Kind of beautiful, and that's the spirit. Because I had did a lesson a couple hours ago, and I brought that precept out. Brother actually sent me that same precept earlier. Because our salvation is near, man. It's nearer than we believed. Meaning, we've been pushing this thing, and now we actually get to see that, damn, this thing is really actually is really at the door.
Right.
The chip, okay, the mark of the beast, RFID chip, that's like one of the last major prophecies. So we know that once that happens, once that chip becomes mandatory, that's it. Everything else is gonna roll into play. World War III, famine, pestilence, everything is gonna come right along with it. Domino effect. That's right. And hey, Habakkuk 2. At the end it shall speak. And the chip is speaking clearly, man. Y'all brothers got it. And you can
I think that brother has something.
were you done on that?
Yeah, I was done on that.
Okay. All right, you bring out what you got.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Yahawashi HaMashiach unto good works, which the Most High hath before ordained that we should walk in them."
That's right. Yeah, you break down that.
Yeah, it says we are his workmanship, man. So hey, and by that's doing the work of that YAHAWASHI has told us to do. Linking up, going through the sufferings, that he has ordained for us, man. The scriptures say that, roughly paraphrasing, he won't put us through anything that we can't make it through. So knowing that, we gotta be willing, to fight.
Yeah, that's right. Read it one more time, BAHASHAM.
It's Ephesians 2 and 10. It says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahawashi unto his good works."
Unto his good works. And that's why we're doing this right now. That's why we're putting out this word. That's why we're doing these lessons and edifying the elect. Okay, because the scriptures say faith without works is dead. Okay, we're showing our works of faith to YAHAWASHI. We're not just saying it. We're not just saying, "Lord, I love you. Lord, I reverence you." We're showing it through our actions. We're showing the Lord, you know, I'm doing this for you, okay, and for our salvation, okay. Was that it?
It says, which the Most High have ordained that we should walk in them.
Where are you reading at right now?
Ephesians.
No, 2 and what?
10.
2 and 10. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Verse 11. It says, wherefore remember that ye being in the time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision.
That's right. So being in time past, right, you were Gentiles, all right, meaning you were basically in a Gentile state of mind, okay? You were strangers to the truth, right? And, you know, the lesson being you made it this far, so you've actually, you know, in time past, you didn't have this truth, all right? You made it this far you woke up to the truth, okay? You came to Great Millstone, you listened, okay? You listened and you got the proper doctrine, you got the proper breakdowns, you studied for months.
Years, man.
You said what?
Months to years.
Months, yeah. You studied for months to years. Then, you know, in time, you came into a camp. Then once you came into the camp, you started doing videos, all right? Then you started catching hell, you know? So, hey, you know, we've come a long way through the Spirit, you know? And that's even younger brothers too. Not even just, you know, brothers that's been around for a certain amount of years. Even younger brothers, you've come a long way to have pulled up out of the world and to even grasp a little of this truth. That's coming a long way, man.
Yeah,
you know,
escaping the pollution of this world. So
you can get that.
And that's matter of fact,
bring it out real quick, and then we'll finish up on that. Yeah, because hey, you know, it's these people are so darkened to the truth that it's a big thing. It's a big thing to actually grasp this truth, man. Like I said, that's coming a long way. Even understanding the chip, even like the basics. Yeah, having the name. Even like basic things that we take for granted. You know, we know, but having the name, that's coming a very long way, man. Israel went from not having the name.
Yeah.
Okay. The Israelite movement, for lack of a better word, the movement in general has come a long way from the time of the 60s, man.
That's right.
You know, from the time of the 60s when our elders, you know, they laid the foundation, you know, they were spiritual pioneers. This Israelite thing has come a long way, man. And we've made it this far, man. We've made it to the year of the Charagma, man. Right. You know, that's where we're at right now. And now is not the time for us to pull out, man. All right. Yeah, I got it, brother.
Yeah, I got a couple of
kind of bring out what you got.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. It says, for after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI.
Hey, it says the pollutions of this world, man. Whether it be the the Jesus Christ, you know, believing in that name, you know, the wicked ways that Esau has shown us, you know, killing our brother Israel, you know, selling Jake drugs, you know, that's escaping the pollution, man. Committing adultery, you know, sleeping with another man's wife, you know.
That's escaping the pollution. Right. Yeah. And it says escape as if the word that is escape as if though like no one else outside of the man that got the truth, no one else escaped it, man. So therefore they're gonna be trapped in it, man. And the Lord said you escaped it, man, through YAHAWASHI. I'll finish off. It says they are again entangled therein and overcome, and the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. So that's what the brother's going into. That's the premise of this lesson, man. That you understand you coming into this truth or whatever, that if once you put your hand to the plow, and I'm gonna pull it. Once you put your hand to this plow, man, ain't no turning back. The Lord said it's better. The latter end should be worse than the beginning. So once you start this, man, really you can't turn back, man. So you might as well finish strong. Look at everything you done went through, man. Everything you done suffered, everything you forsook in the world, like you done. Now you turn it down 3 seasons. So no, you got it.
Slacky to cut you off, but I was gonna say, just imagine you were, this analogy just popped in my head. But just imagine whatever sport you play. Just imagine we'll just say boxer. All right. Just imagine you've been training. You've been you say you're an Olympic boxer or whatever, right? And you training for the Olympics. You've been busting your ass, man. And then during the time of maybe a week before the fight, you just decide, I don't know if I want to do this.
Right.
It's like, what the hell you mean, man?
Yeah.
Like you did all this training, you did all these years and put in all this work for you to just say, man, I don't even want to. When the big day comes up for you to actually showcase your skills and to be tested, you just fold up.
You
bag out. Like what the hell? That it doesn't make sense, man. We made it this far. There's no choice at this point but for us to continue in this thing and ride it out, man.
This is Galatians chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, but now after that ye have known the Most High, or rather are known of the Most High, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? So, like the brothers was going into, once we put our hand on his plow, which symbolizes the work, hey, the Most High is looking after you, man. He knows you, man. He's like, all right, he's doing my work, So how dare you, turn back into the world, basically.
You'll hold it and let me pull these BAHASHAM. The brother had made the point that we got YAHAWASHI on our side. So it's really nothing that we should do with a faint heart, man, or faint hands. This is Luke chapter 9, verse 62. And YAHAWASHI said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. And this is jumping over to Ecclesiastes just to bag up that point and to expound on what the brother was saying. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. So the Lord said, whatever you put your hand to, do it with all thy might. And what did the Lord tell us to do? To sow, man. So we actually got to go out there and work. We got to put our hand to that plow. But once we put our hand to that plow, we need to do it with all our might and not look back, man. You can't look back. You got to keep pushing, because when you look, I've worked the fields before, man. And I'm telling you, that is strenuous, laborious work, man. That's slave work, man. We ain't built to do that. But at the same time, like once you plow that field and you done picked up all the weeds, you took a hoe and you took a plow and you had to get all those lines straight. Damn, you pulling out weeds, you getting little vermins and stuff out, and you look back on that work, man. It's like it's a feeling of pride that comes over you, man. Like, damn, I did this. And then you still got to look at the rest of the field that you got before you. But now you look at that work and be like, shit, man, I did all this. I want to see this through. We gotta be able to see this through. And how you see it through is what the precept the brother was just reading. Right. Knowing that YAHAWASHI is on your side, man.
Okay, Con.
You'll pull that precept on BAHASHAM.
When he just read.
Yeah, the one he just read.
Con, this is Galatians 4, and I'll actually start at 8.
Okay.
It says, howbeit then, when ye knew not the Most High, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods or powers. Verse 9, but now, after that ye have known the Most High, or rather are known of the Most High, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements.
Yeah, so at one point you was doing things and you was prospering, and it was in office, man. But now you actually got the key, you got the plug. You basically know the source of power, and then you lie on the right hand side of it, man. Like, how are you to turn back and look at the world and be like, I can't do it? We got the power on our side, man. We got YAHAWASHI on our side, and if, like the brother said earlier, he said that he would not put anything before us that we can't handle, man. He will always give us a way to escape, and that escape is through him. He's the escape, man. He's that salvation. But you got to have faith and believe on that, man.
Here it is. The Lord brought us through. The Lord took us through all these afflictions. The Lord took us through. You know, all the you conquered this milestone. You conquered this goal. The Lord gave you this. You prayed for this. The Lord gave it to you. The Lord is constantly showing you that He's with you. He's gonna continue. He's gonna continue giving you what you need through the Spirit. All right, through faith. And then, what does that look like? The Lord is just showing you, like, look, I got you. I got you. I put you through this. Hey, the Lord always said that in the scriptures. The power that took you through Egypt. Yeah. The power that gave you manna from heaven.
Hey, it's a lot.
Yeah, no, you got it.
But he always emphasizes those ones who always wanted to go back to Egypt, man. You know?
Yeah.
Point.
And the Lord always puts emphasis on the history of things. Yeah, the power that gave you manna from heaven, the power that took you through this, the power that took you this captivity, power that took you through that, you know. And that's to show you that, look, I got your back. Yeah. You know, the scriptures say, have any put their faith in the Lord and was forsaken, you know? So the Lord is showing us, what does that look like? The Lord just keeps showing you time and time again that this is the truth, that this is that He's with you. He's gonna fight for you. And then you get to the very end, you get to the very last few seconds, and then just give up. What kind of shit is that, man? You know, and this isn't really, you know, towards fallouts. This is just in general. This is to keep brothers in this thing, man. Because, you know, we don't want anyone that's in the fold right now. All right, we want you to be an elect member, man. We want you to stay.
Cross that line. Man.
Yeah, all the men that's fighting with us, we want you to stay on deck. We want you to stay on board. So that's the whole premise of this lesson is, you have gone this far. You got to stick with this thing, you know, and don't fall weak at the very last second, man. Don't just quit just because it gets a little hard, you know.
That's what, as the brother was speaking on earlier, whatever, making a boxing analogy. That's what makes champions, man. Like, when you can look back at, damn, I went through this doing training. I done been in training camps, man. You went through this week 1. You went through this week 2. Like, you catching those particular hells, but that's what builds your confidence leading up to the match, man. Like, damn, I done went through all of this. I know I'm prepared. I know I'm ready. Like, I got this here. Like, the matches, hey, you got to build up to the match, man. And that's what this is about, man. Like, continue. Because in that day, it's only going to be you and the Most High, man. In that day to come, if I could pull this.
Go ahead. I go after you.
All right. This is Sirach. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 13. And I'm going to end at 14. It says, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. And that's a part of it, man. Like, you gotta believe that YAHAWASHI is actually gonna defend you. And the only way that your belief can grow in him is through you catching these hell and you not bitching out and turning away, man. You actually cleaving unto him. And like the brother said, you gotta remember, man. You actually gotta think back, like, dang, he took me through this, he took me through this. He got it. And that's what you won't faint, because you always meditating on the experiences that you've gone through. You understanding, like, damn, man, I actually went through that. It's okay to glory in certain feats that we have in this truth, man. Yeah. When the Lord brings you through things, man. And that's building confidence. You got it. So.
Yeah, it's important to meditate. It's important to actually meditate on what you've actually done, man. Look, take a look back at your progress, and that'll show you like, damn, I did all this, okay, because you don't even really think about how far you've come. You just you keep going because you're looking in front of you, of course, but you forget to look back, like look back at like what all you've done. It's kind of like a trainer, personal trainer or whatever. Like you're dragging let's say you're working out or whatever, and you're dragging like a tire something heavy across the field, right? And then all of a sudden your trainer like, look back and look how far you just went. And you like, damn, like I did all that, and then just you look back at what all you've done, and then you got guys that just quit.
Yeah, because they really the hard work is behind us, man. The easy work is before us, really. Because the brother Barzal always uses this analogy of a maze. It's like when you enter this truth, man, it's really the Lord is gonna take you around which ways or whatever. When you get weary, that's when you really supposed to look back. You shouldn't be looking back and you ain't catching no hell, you ain't really going through that, and you know the Lord just dealing and your wheels going. Hey, it shouldn't be no reason you looking back. You should be building momentum. But when the momentum slow down and you begin to get weary, you gotta look back, and that should be your motivation. Like, shit, man, I just walked 50 miles. I just walked 50 miles away from that way. I really don't know how far it is in front of me. It could literally be 5 miles in front of you, 5 miles away, but Jake want to turn back and go that 50 miles back that way because it's more comfortable on that end. No, man, endure what the hell's in front of you because it could literally be 5 miles away. Like the brother's saying now, like this is the year of the Karagma, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Like we're in that year, man.
Yep. Just imagine you. Let's just say, for instance, you were trying to get a 100. Let's just say someone had $100,000 in California or wherever the farthest state is from you across the United States. But you had to drive, and you got all the way to maybe 150 miles out from the money, and your car break down, or whatever happens,
for whatever reason,
whatever happens, but you're so close. You're gonna be like, shit, I ain't gonna let nothing stop me now.
Nah.
You're gonna be like, hell no, I done traveled all this way, spent all this gas, did all this stuff. I done drove, I done starved, I done been on the road for days. You ain't gonna stop then, man.
You trying to unpack that whatever you can take.
You ain't like Book of Eli. That's just like if you watch the Book of Eli, he had that. That's having that determination, having that drive, not letting anything shake you, man. Because Book of Eli, guess what? He was being led by the Spirit. And he wasn't allowing, the little chick, was dragging on to his leg, so to speak, and or just
crazy white couple.
Yeah, crazy white couple. There was looters, people that was trying to basically trap him, and he had the guy that was trying to get the book from him. He had enemies, enemies trying to basically take him out. He had all kind of adversity, but guess what? He went all the way to his destination, man, and he wasn't being moved. Okay, but I got a precept. This is
Oh, can I finish up?
Oh, slightly, yeah, finish up.
All right, this is verse 14, and this is the point. Because we telling you, don't turn, man. Don't turn back, man. Woe unto you that have lost patience. So here it is, you done went through all of this, and like the brother said, now you done lost patience. You know what? I've been in this 15, 20 years, YAHAWASHI ain't came back. Man, I'm going back into the world. You lost patience in YAHAWASHI. It says woe, and that means destruction. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? So what should you do? What you gonna say to the Lord? Here it is, you endured for 20 years, and then year 21, the Lord came back, but you went back into the world year 20, man. What you gonna say to the Lord then when he show up? Lord, I was almost there, Lord. Like, nah, nigga, you finna get it just like the rest of you. Turned your back on me, man. He ain't never turned his back on you, because had you crossed that line, you was gonna get what? You was gonna get your penny, man. I was gonna hold fast to my promise. It's you that forsook your vow to me. So what you gonna get, man? Destruction.
That's right.
What you got?
God, this is Ezekiel 18 and 23. Have I any? Let's see if I start up. Okay, I'll start 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he had committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, and he shall not die. It says, all his transgressions that he had committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he had done, he shall live. Yeah. So if you repent, if you're doing the right thing, as long as we stay on this path, all right, then YAHAWASHI is going to basically give us a clean slate. That's what this is saying. It says it won't even, the Lord ain't even going to mention it to you.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, because in your righteousness, it says in your righteousness that he had done, he shall live. So basically all your works, all that faith, all those things has basically covered and cleaned your, it's just like doing community service in the world. You know, what do? They put amount of community service where you serve the community. This is community service. We're serving the elect, the community of the elect, right? So, but the same thing, like the judge at the end of your community service, what does the judge say? Okay, you know what? You did a certain amount of work, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe your I'm gonna go ahead and clean off your record. You know, that's basically what this is. All right, I'm gonna keep going, because here's the opposite, the flip side. It says, have I any pleasure at, well, not yet. Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die, saith the Lord Yahweh, and not that he should return from his ways and live? All right, but here's the opposite. It says, but when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? Right. So if all the righteousness that you did, right? It says when the righteous turneth away from the righteousness, right? I'm gonna keep going. All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned in his trespass that he had trespassed, and in his sin that he had sinned. In them shall he die. That's right. So, so going back to the title of the lesson, you've made it this far. All like we've basically done all these works of righteousness. We've done all these works, and it says, guess what? It says all this righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned. That's right. So do you want to be like that? You know, do you want to be like that? Like all your righteousness that you've done, even yet, like I said, even younger brothers, man, all the knowledge that you've acquired, you know, all these things that you gained and you know, basically turned back to the Lord, all these things, all this way, you know, it says it shall not be mentioned. Basically means it's void, it's null and void. Just like a contract, you know. If you break a contract, a contract is void. It's no longer if you don't finish out the term. Just in contractual agreements, if you don't finish out the term, like even your damn apartment leases, you signed to agree for that full year or whatever the term is. But if you break that term, if you break the lease, then there's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
You know? All right. Y'all brothers can bring out what you got. That was it.
Yeah, I had some.
We'll get a couple more.
This is Romans chapter 8, and I read verse 35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of YAHAWASHI? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted sheep as for the slaughter. Verse 37. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. You know, so basically nothing shall separate you from you know, pushing this word out, man. You know, nothing that you go through. You know, whether it's brothers getting on you through rebuke, you know, or you know, things that the Lord putting you through. You know, Satan, you know, coming at you hard every single day. You know, that should be motivation, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Nah, Salah, I want to cut you off. Just going back over a couple of the things that the scripture spoke on, like those. You would read it back, BAHASHAM.
It says, "Shall tribulation?"
So tribulation. So your car breaking down. You on your last strike at work or whatever. Shall you say, you know what? I'm finna forsake this live stream tonight or whatever. I can't do this or whatever. I gotta go get this money tomorrow. Or Esau's gonna fire me. It's like, nah, like no tribulation. Continue, BAHASHAM.
It says distress,
and that's a part of distress. You can continue.
Or persecution.
Persecution when people start to vilify you at the job, or you out in your day-to-day, and people may actually notice you. It's like, hey, you know, he's a racist or he's a child molester. Those type of things, being persecuted by people you don't even know. People coming on the comment board, because we've seen Jake actually turn away from the truth based off what people are saying on the comment boards. You continue.
It says, or famine.
Or famine. You eating top ramen every day, because the Lord ain't gonna bring us to a piece of bread. He told us that in the scriptures. So basically, when they're speaking on that, man, the fact that you basically living from meal to meal. You can continue.
Yep. It says, or nakedness.
Or nakedness. You actually ain't got a house over your head. And we know men that have been in situations, you know, he's sleeping, he crashing at this brother's house. He crashing at that brother's house. He don't have his own dwelling place, man. But that don't mean that brother stop pushing the word, man. He's still linking up, getting up with brothers, pushing the word of YAHAWASHI, going out there on the highways and byways. You continue.
Or peril.
Or peril. So a family member may pass. You may be put in a situation where you get hit by an 18-wheeler or something. Family member, something, and you or your child may get hit, and you've been right there and you see it, but the Lord deliver you, but they get a judgment. That's a perilous situation. You know, a life or death situation. So those situations of someone pulling a gun on you at camp, should that make you going to jail? Should that make you turn away from YAHAWASHI? No, man. You can continue.
It says, or sword.
Or sword, death, man. As I was saying earlier, somebody bringing a sword against you. Hey, I'm tired of hearing you niggas saying it's a black God. I'm tired of you saying that that we're going into slavery. Y'all gonna be the next rulers up. I'm tired of you saying I'm gonna wash your pot in the kingdom. Because these people hate us, man.
Yep.
If I could say too, because if you want to turn your back now, this is we haven't really even been through anything yet, man. You know, we still got Jacob. We haven't even got to Jacob's trouble yet.
That's right. Yes.
You know.
Hey, we got more to come.
Yeah.
You know, we really haven't been through much. You know. You know, it's gonna the closer. Matter of fact, if you watch that movie Bird Box, one of the highlight statements of that movie is I can't remember, the guy was explaining you know, when the how to get to the destination. He said the closer you get, he said the more is gonna happen. You know, the harder it's gonna get.
Yeah. The
more and more closer we get, the harder it's gonna get. The more resistance we're gonna encounter. You know, but hey, we can't, like the brother said, like, you know, say for instance, someone comes to camp and you know is on some carnal shit. Another thing we can't do is blow the game. You know, and by that I mean like you know, in a sports sense. You got some guys that'll damn drop the ball. You know, you pass them the ball, they drop it. Or what's that guy? Draymond Green. That one time with Kevin Durant was wide open.
Yeah,
you know,
Tony Romo fumbling in the playoffs.
So many examples of guys that just blew the game. That's another thing you don't want to do is just blow the game, you know, for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because that can happen when you get to the last seconds. You make a real unwise decision, or just you know, over 2 seconds of carnal.
Mm-hmm.
You just blew you just blew everything, all your works. You just blew it just because you want to get carnal for 20 seconds.
Yeah, and really that's because the scriptures tell us to seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You the quarterback of the on your team, man. Like you run the offense. Like at the end of the day, brothers are just like this brother's just a offensive line coach, man. He's an offensive coordinator. He's a receivers coach. Every brother is there for what? For a particular way to build his brother up to make sure that he win. But at the end of the day, like the brother's saying, you blowing the game, that's gonna be on you. You gonna have to you gonna listen to the play called by the coach, which comes by way of Apostle Tahar on all the way down to the very man that's above you in your camp, man. And if a decree comes down, you gotta follow it, man. Because that's the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Either you gonna play, you gonna trust in the play call. You watch the read. If it's off or whatever, hey coach, hey, do you think I should call an audible? What you taking counts? Like shit, yeah, you following the spirit. You know, I see something. But at the end of the day, it's still up to that. It's up to the play call, man. Use the play call. Don't be just going out there. You know what? I'm gonna just go off the fly and I'm gonna wing it. You're gonna get sacked, man. You're gonna throw a pick. Game over. You lost, man. You up out of here, man.
That's right. I got y'all brothers had anything else? I got something to close on. This is actually from the brother King James on the comment boards. Shalom, y'all brothers on the comment boards too. But this is a good precept to close out on. All right, this is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. That's right. So that's that we couldn't end it on a better scripture. That that really goes into the whole gist of the lesson is striving unto the truth unto death. Don't turn back. You know, keep pushing. You know, don't let hard circumstances sway you or you know try to turn you from your goal, man. Because ultimately we want salvation. Ultimately we want the kingdom. All right, and you know, like we said, the closer we get, the harder it's gonna get. But it's important to continue to pray for strength to endure these times. All right, 2019 being the year of the Charagma, pray that the Lord give you the spirit to resist the chip and resist the things, everything that comes along with the system and everything that's getting ready to happen. Pray that the Lord gives you the strength to endure through it. You know. You got something?
And, no, just expounding on that brother's point, just in the continuation. Don't get caught up in what the brother said, the smaller things, that bolstering wind that threw Peter off in the spirit, man. Like, don't get caught up in it, man. And with this being the year of the Charagma, if this is the year of the Charagma, which it is, man, persecution is coming, man. So you gotta be mindful of how you're moving out there and still. Don't allow the views of people and the opinions of people cause you to forsake YAHAWASHI, because we're at the end of it, man.
That's it.
Just because you hear the boos in the crowd, man, F all that, man. Shoot your fucking free throw.
Yep.
And let's get up out of here.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yep. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you brothers were exhorted and edified. All right. We want to close up by giving all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.